Hi, and thanks for joining me for this practice. We're going to keep it short and sweet today. As always, try to breathe just through your nose, both in and out, and keep your breath fairly regulated and smooth throughout the practice. And remember, if you like the practice, remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the little notification bell. And any questions, pop them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So let's just start sitting for a moment, eyes closed. Just take a little scan through your body, taking note of how you're feeling at this point. And see if there's any obvious bits of unnecessary effort or tension you can let go of, especially around your face and your jaw and your shoulders. Take one more breath here. And as you breathe out, just let your body gently fold forward. Either taking the arms out in front, or just maybe resting the head on the back of the hands or fists. Give your head a gentle roll side to side if that feels good. Try to relax the back of your neck. And after taking one more breath here, gently sit back up, stretch high to your hands. And then interlacing your fingers, press up through the palms as you breathe out. Taking one more breath, see if you can lengthen from the sit bones all the way to the palms. And then gently lower your hands down and either lean back to swap the legs, pick up the hips, swap the legs in midair, and lower back down. And once you've settled on the second side, again just let your body fold forward for a couple of breaths. Try to relax the back of your hips. And try to feel like the collarbones and head are moving forward, not just the face down. Roll your shoulders out away from the ears. And just give yourself one more breath here. And after you exhale, sit back up. And again, reach up high to the hands as you breathe in. And with the opposite interlace, again, press up through the palms as you breathe out. Take one more breath, lengthening through the sides of the body and all the way through shoulders to hands. And then gently bring your arms down. Make your way into kneeling plank. And in your kneeling plank, just start to move your spine in whatever way feels good for you. Trying to loosen up any stuck or stiff parts of the back. And from here, either stay in kneeling plank or lift to full plank for a couple of breaths if you'd like. Keep the shoulders back, the elbows unlocked. And on your next calm exhalation, either press back to child's pose, kneeling, stretching forward for a simple option, or press back into downward facing dog. Remember, if you're taking down dog, hands are shoulder width, feet hip width, and try to keep the feet parallel. Start by giving your head a little roll and see if you can further soften the back of your neck. Maybe start to roll the hips side to side or pedal out through the knees, whatever feels better for you. Of course, staying still might be an option as well. Settle back into a symmetrical down dog. Just hold there for a couple of breaths. Try to press down and forward through the hands, down and back through the heels. Lift up through the tailbone. Keep the shoulders moving wide as you take your last breath here. And after breathing out, step forward to the front of your mat. And if you're opening the legs, let the upper body hang forward, maybe holding opposite elbows. If you're a little tighter, maybe hands on the shins or the knees with the back straight. Take a little sway if you'd like, or a little pedal. Again, listen to your body. Take one more calm breath here. And after you exhale, press your hips forward, stand up. Reach up to the fingers and lift onto the toes. Take another calm breath in. Stretching as high as you can. And then lower the heels, lower the hands. And bring your feet together at the front of your mat. Take a breath there, letting the shoulders drop down, but lift up through the crown of the head. And as you breathe in, bring the backs of the hands together. Reach high through the fingers, maybe look up. Then fold your body forward, hands to shins or mat, and gently exhale. Lift the collarbones forward, take a calm breath in here, and then make your way back into downward facing dog. From down dog, move forward into plank as you inhale. And lower to the stomach and breathe out, moving smoothly. Point the toes, lift the chest and hands as you breathe in. And either stay there or raise the feet as you breathe out, but keeping the legs strong. Either stay there or lift to up dog if you'd like, taking one more breath in. And then bring knees and nose to the mat and glide back into child's pose through moving cobra. Lift the hips as you breathe in. And press the heels down as you exhale. Take one more breath in, down dog. And try and relax the shoulders and the back of the neck. And then gently raise your heels and look forwards. And bring the feet lightly to the hands and breathe out. Standing all the way up. Reach your arms high, stretch up to the fingers, maybe stretching up and back. And again, fold forward and calmly breathe out, hands to shins or mat. Lift the collarbones, arch the spine as you breathe in. And placing hands to the mat, step back once more to down face dog. Reach your right leg high, stretch up through the toes as you inhale, keeping hips level, and step your right foot forward into a kneeling lunge. Take the arms high, reach up to the fingers as you breathe in. And as you exhale, pull the elbows wide and sink down into the hips. And keeping the hips low, reach up and see if you can lengthen from the back knee to the hands. And taking hands to the mat, step back into downward facing dog. Rest if you need or move forward into plank. And again, lower smoothly onto the stomach and breathe out. Lift chest and hands, point the toes as you breathe in. And either stay there or lift to up dog as you breathe out. Take another calm breath in here, keeping Mulabandha pelvic floor active but the lower belly soft. And then knees and nose to the mat to the best of your ability. Glide back into child's pose. Lift the hips as you inhale, lengthening from the wrists to the sit bones, and then press the heels back as you exhale. Hold here for a breath and see if you can press the chest gently towards the feet. And then second side, raise the left leg high as you breathe in. And step the left foot lightly forward between the hands and come into a kneeling lunge, side two. Bring the body up, stretch through to the fingertips. And as you breathe out, sink into the hips and pull the elbows wide, stretching across the upper chest. Reach the arms high, take another smooth breath in. And hands to the mat, step back into downward facing dog. Move forward into plank and gently breathe in. And lower smoothly to the stomach and exhale. Lift the chest and hands, point the toes as you breathe in. Stay there or raise the feet or lift to up dog as you breathe out. Take one more smooth breath in, lengthening from the toes to the throat. And then bring the knees down, nose down, and glide back into child's pose. Lift the hips high as you breathe in. And then press the heels back as you exhale. Settle in down dog for a breath or two. Keep the shoulders moving wide. On your next calm in-breath, raise the heels and look forward. Bring the feet to the hands and gently exhale. Standing all the way up. Bring the backs of hands together, reaching high, breathing. And third cycle, fold forward and exhale. Lift the collarbones, arch the spine as you breathe in. hands to the mat, step back into downward facing dog. Take the right leg up and back, keeping the hips level, left heel down. And as you breathe out, bend the right knee and turn to look under the right arm. Taking another breath there, reach up through the right knee and turn a little further as you breathe out. Then level the hips, reach to the right foot as you breathe in. And step the right foot forward to a lunge, ideally back knee up, but knee down if you need. And keeping the left fingers down, turn to the right as you breathe in. And lower the hand down as you exhale. Then turn to the left as you breathe in, trying to move smoothly. And lower the left hand down as you breathe out. Keeping the hips low, bring the body up, stretch to the fingers. And bending elbows, take the hands down behind the back. And again, raise the arms, try to press the back foot down as you reach the hands high. And take fingers to the mat and gently fold over the right leg. Bend your right knee as you breathe in. And picking up your right foot, step back into downward facing dog. Rest if you need, or move forward into plank, perhaps on the knees. And lower this time if you can to the push-up or to the stomach. Lift chest and hands or come straight into up dog as you breathe in. And pull the shoulders back as you breathe out. Take one more breath in here, perhaps going a little deeper. Pull the chest forward. And moving cobra back to child's pose. And calmly exhale. Lift the hips high as you breathe in. And then press the heels back as you exhale. Recenter body and breath in down dog. And on your next inhalation, with level hips, reach the left leg high. Then bend the left knee and turn out to the side as you breathe out. Try to press through the hands and down through the right heel. And turn a little further out to the side as you breathe out. Then level the hips, reach to the left toes as you inhale. Bring the left foot lightly forward into the lunge. On the right fingers, turn to the left. Just light on the fingers, weight through the feet. And bring the left arm down as you breathe out. Then turn to the right as you breathe in. And lower the arm down as you calmly exhale. Bring the body up, reaching through to the fingertips. And bending the elbows, sink into the hips. Try and squeeze the elbows in. Lift the collarbones, raise the arms, look up if your balance is good. And then hands to the mat and gently fold over the left leg. Bend your left knee, take a smooth breath in. And picking up your foot without scraping, step back into downward facing dog. Rest or move forward into plank. And lower smoothly down as you breathe out, stomach or push-up. On the stomach, lift chest and hands, otherwise up dog as you breathe in. And holding there, gently breathe out. One more calm breath in, chest forward, shoulders back. And glide back into child's pose, nose grazing the mat. Lift the hips high as you breathe in. And press back through the heels as you breathe out. Hold there for another breath or two. And try to lengthen hands to hips, hips to heels. And gently raise your heels, look forwards as you inhale. And bring the feet lightly to the hands. Stand all the way up. Reach your arms high, gently breathing. And bring the hands to the heart. Close your eyes, take a breath or two. And now gently open your eyes. Step your left foot back into Trikonasana, the triangle posture. Take the left arm high, reaching up through the fingertips. Make sure your body's in line with the feet. So that might mean just right hand to the knee. Take one more calm breath here. And either stay there or bring the left arm forward. Keep pressing out through the back heel. And turn your body a little more to the side. Last breath here. And then gently bring your hands down. Shuffle your left foot a little out to the side, so heels are hip width apart. And take your right hand onto the hips and see if you can square them up. You can have left hand on the foot or the shin. And now start to twist to the right in Parivrita Trikonasana. You can keep the right hand down or you can raise the right arm. Try to keep the head centered so it's not a side bend, just a twist. And if you're comfortable, look up at the right hand. Take one more calm breath here. Turning just a little further. And bring the right hand down. Arch the spine for a moment. Again, you might like to check the hips are still fairly level. And as you breathe out, fold over the right leg, just to your comfortable capacity. If you're quite comfortable there, interlace the hands. Keep the heels of the hands together and add a little shoulder stretch. Otherwise, just hands to hips or down on the shin or foot or mat is fine. Take one more breath here. Keep pressing down through the feet. Releasing your hands from the bind. Try to keep the right leg straight as you stand. Hands to chest or arms forward if you're enthusiastic. And taking hold of the left wrist, take the hands over to the right. Press down through the left heel and up through the left hand. Try to keep the legs strong and steady as you breathe out. And bring the body up, reach through to the fingers as you breathe in. And step the left foot forward and hands in front of the heart. Take a breath here, relax the shoulders and try to lengthen your out breath. And then second side, step your right foot back a leg distance, feet in line, and come into Trikonasana, triangle posture. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. And try not to flare your ribs forward, so gently pull the rib cage in. Take one more breath here. Check that the front knee is unlocked. And then take the right arm forward, deepening your side stretch. Take one more breath here. Try to keep the breath steady through the nose. And then gently taking your hands down, just take the right foot a little out to the side, maybe shortening the stance a fraction. Bring the left hand to the hips, check that they're fairly level. And bring the head back to center, so it's in line with the tailbone. And with your right hand on the shin or the foot, twist to the left, and if you'd like, raise the left arm. Keep the face relaxed. And as you turn the spine, try to keep lengthening the head forward, the tailbone back. Last breath here. Use the arms to turn the shoulders. And then bring the left hand down. Again, just arch the spine for a moment. Maybe check the hips are still level. And then to your comfortable capacity, fold forward. That might mean staying with the body horizontal. Keep the left leg straight and unlocked. And if you did first side interlace, opposite thumb on top. And again, add a little shoulder stretch. Just take one more calm breath here. Allow the body to soften a little further over the leg if you can. And releasing the hands, keep the legs as they are. Hands to chest or arms forward, stand up strong on the left leg. Then holding your right wrist, take the hands to the left and gently breathe out. Try to roll the right hip forward a little and lift up through the right side ribs. For the last breath here, try to lengthen all the way from the right heel to the right hand. And bring the body upright, reach through to the fingers as you breathe in. And step the right foot forward and hands in front of the heart. Close your eyes, take a smooth breath. And bending your knees, come into Kitasana, reach the arms up high. And keeping your right leg down, bring the left foot onto the right. See if you can sink the hips down. Reach the arms up and take one more breath here. And then gently release the left leg back, bring hands to the heart, and bring the left leg through to Warrior Three. Try to keep the hips level and arch in the spine. Last breath here. And after you exhale, step your left foot back and lower onto the left knee. And leaning forward, reach back, hold the left foot. And see if you can bring heel to buttock. If that's too strong, just keep the left foot down and try and pull your rib cage back. Just one more calm breath here. See if you can relax the front of left thigh and hip. And leaning forward, release the foot. Raise the arms, then the back knee. And stepping forward, feet together, hands in front of the heart. Again, bend your knees, come into Utkatasana. Press the heels down and back knees forward. And taking the second side, standing on your left foot, place right foot on top of left knee. Sink the hips a little deeper. And just take one more breath here. And bring the hands to the heart. Try to maintain your balance as you take the right leg back to Virabhadrasana 3. Keep a little arch in the spine, the shoulders back. And try to keep your back knee straight. One more breath here. Keep the hips level, working towards a straight left leg. And then gently step the right foot back and lowering your knee down. Take the same option you did on the first side. So maybe just hands to the knee, those who can, right heel to buttock. If you're holding the foot, try and pull the shoulders back, adding a stretch across the upper chest. Just one more calm breath here. Remember to lengthen your exhalations. And release the foot if you're holding. Raise the arms, then the back knee. And then step the right foot forward, hands in front of the heart. Close your eyes for a breath. Gently exhale all the way. And sweeping the arms wide, reach up, stretch back if you can. And fold the body forward and exhale. Lift the collarbones forward, shoulders back as you breathe in. And with hands to the mat, step back into downward facing dog. Rest there or move forward into plank. And with control, lower down. Gently exhale, stomach or push up. Take your version of up dog as you breathe in, lengthening the front of the body. And then moving cobra back to child's pose. Wonderful for the shoulders, although challenging at first. Lift the hips high as you breathe in. And return to down dog as you exhale. Steady yourself for a breath there. Relax the neck, the face, and the shoulders. Then rolling onto the outer edge of the right foot or sole of the foot, right palm down. Reach the left arm high, coming into the simple Vashisthasana. Either stay there, or now reach down, bring the left foot to the inner right thigh, taking a simplified Kashyapasana. Take one more breath here, keep the right arm strong, the elbow unlocked, shoulder away from the ear, looking up for fun. And gently release back into downward facing dog. Again, just settle there for a breath. Try to relax the shoulders and upper back. Chest moves towards the toes. Then turning your left heel out, grip the left fingers down. Place the right foot on the left as you reach the right arm high. Vashisthasana, simple. Try to keep the arms strong and in line with each other. And either stay there or again reach down and bring right foot to inner left thigh. Take one more breath wherever you are. Try to lift the hips high. And return to downward facing dog. Take a smooth breath in your down dog. And after breathing out, squeeze the elbows in and lower them to the mat without moving your hands. Stay there or walk the feet in closer if you can. And keep pressing the chest back towards the feet. Now maybe raise the left leg as you breathe in. Hold there as you breathe out. One more breath in. Lift up through the tailbone. And gently lower the left leg down. Now right leg high. Of course both feet down is another option. As you breathe out, press forward through elbows and hands. Take another calm breath in, stretching out to the toes. And then lower the right leg down. Take one more smooth breath. And as you breathe out, straighten both arms at the same time. Return to down face dog. One last calm breath here. And then with the toes tucked, bring your knees to the mat. And just sit back up onto the heels. So a little stretch for the soles of the feet, just resting hands on the thighs for today. Close your eyes and just start to roll your shoulders. Change direction after a couple of rounds. Take one more breath here. As you breathe out, just see if you can soften a little further. And from there, just cross your ankles, sit back, and stretch your legs out in front. So take a moment there just to settle the body again. And with your left leg reaching out, bend your right leg out to the side. Remember, if you've got sensitive knees, place your foot around the left knee rather than high to the upper thigh. Turn your body to face the left foot, reach the arms high, and gently fold forward into Janushirasana. Now it might be nice just to stop there with the body halfway forward, rock side to side to free up the sit bones, and then maybe bring the body further over the leg. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And try to feel like you're moving the crown of the head towards your foot, not just your face forward. In fact, try to stay looking down so the back of the neck is long. Take one more calm breath here. After you exhale, gently sit back up. Reach your arms up high, stretching into the fingertips. And then lower the arms gently down. Pick up your right foot and take it to the outer left knee. And either keep the left leg stretched out if you're a little tight in the hips, or those who can now bend the left leg. And we'll make our way into Ardha Matsyendrasana 1. Check that both sit bones are equally weighted or to the best of your ability. And wrapping your left arm around the knee, twist to the right. Try to keep breathing deeply into the belly. A little abdominal massage. And if you're comfortable, now take the left arm over the knee. You can either bring left hand onto the left foot, or the left knee, or the inner right foot. And use your right arm behind you just to try and keep the spine long and straight. Take one more breath here. And as you breathe out, see if you can turn a little further. And unravel the body. Head first, then spine. Stretch the legs out in front. And take your hands back behind you. Pull the shoulders back. Remember, you can do this on the fists if you have sore wrists. Coming into Pavottanasana, bent legs if you need. Ideally with straight legs, lift the hips, lift the collarbones. Press the shoulders towards the hips. And only if it feels okay, raise your face to the sky. Take one more breath here. Try to lift collarbones and tailbone. And then gently lower your hips down. Repeating that on the second side. Take your left leg out to the side, either foot around the knee or inner thigh or top of the thigh if you can. Turn your body to face the right foot, reach the arms up. And then start to bring your body forward. So again, I like to just stop, rock hips side to side. So we're trying to tilt the tailbone back and then see if you can go a little further perhaps. We want to try and keep some length in the front of the body. Move forward from the crown of the head and the collarbones. Keep the shoulders gently moving wide. Take one more calm breath here. Allow the back of the leg to soften as you exhale. And after breathing out, sit back up, reach up into the fingers. And then gently lower your hands down. Pick up your left foot, take it to the outer right knee. And again, you can stay with the right leg straight if your hips are a little tight. Otherwise, bring the right leg to bend. Then wrap the right arm around the front of the left leg. Try to keep both sit bones evenly weighted. No side bend, no back bend, just a pure rotation for the spine. Either stay there or take your right arm now over the outside of the leg and either right hand to right foot, right knee or inner left foot. Keep breathing smoothly. Lift up through the crown of the head as you breathe in, and as you exhale, move into the space left by the breath. Just one more calm breath here. Remember to keep your eyes closed whenever you can. Try to feel the posture. And then gently turn your head. Release the arms, release the body, and stretch your legs out in front. Once more, taking Pavottanasana, you might be able to go a little further this time. So again, pull the shoulders back, find a stretch across the collarbones. And then bent or straight legs, lift the hips high. Keep your elbows unlocked, the arms strong. And if you're taking a straight leg variation, try to roll the thighs inwards a little. Take one more breath here. And after you exhale, gently lower the body down. Place your hands just next to the hips, roll the shoulders back. And either stay there, or if you're comfortable, lift the hips, slide them back, and maybe lift the feet. And then gently lower down. And take your feet comfortably wide. So just going to where you feel really comfortable here. You might like to give the hips a little roll, or the legs a little roll. And bring the hands to the heart if you can keep your back straight. Try to feel like you're gently pressing down through the inner knees, so the knees and the feet stay pointing up. Take one more calm breath here. And after breathing out, bring your left hand over to the top of the right thigh. Reach your right arm high. And then start to bring your left shoulder down towards the left knee. Keep your body turning up. So it's a side stretch. The hamstring stretch is secondary here. Try to pull the right elbow back in line with the body. Take one more calm breath. Stretching all the way from right heel to right fingertips. And then gently sit back up. Reach up through the arms as you inhale. And then second side, take the right hand to the top of the left thigh. Gently pull with the right hand to help turn the body. And then start to bring the right shoulder down and the left arm over the head. So remember, if you're a bit of a chronic back archer, to pull the front ribs in a little bit. Again, we want to try and maximise the side stretch here. So we're trying to minimise an arch that takes away from the side stretch. Remember your legs, keep them just gently active, knees and toes pointing up. Take one more breath. Reach all the way to the fingers. And after breathing out, gently bring the body back up and bring the hands to the heart. Take one more breath here. And either stay upright, or if you're really comfortable, just pick up the hips, tilt the tailbone back and start to bring your body gently forward. Again, just to where you feel comfortable. That might mean just the arms straight. If you're a little more comfortable, drop down towards the elbows, or if you're very open in the hips, you might be able to lay the stomach onto your mat. But don't force the body. Remember, these deep hip stretches, we need to be very gentle. The last thing you want to hear is a pinging sound of your hamstring or adductor snapping. Taking one more gentle breath here. Perhaps let the body go a little further. And then sit back up. Once more, reach up high to the hands. And bring the arms down as you breathe out. And gently pick up the inner knees. Bring the feet together, wrap your arms around the shins. Just rest there with the feet down for a couple of breaths. And then if you're comfortable, see if you can lean back into a balance point. Close your eyes in Brahmandasana. And just for fun, if you're feeling more enthusiastic, now bring your feet down hip width apart. Press your hips forward. Come into a squat for a couple of breaths. Then lifting your hips a little, bring the shoulders to the back of the knees. And bring the hands down just a little behind the feet. And see if you can lean back and pick the feet up off your mat. You might stay there, but if you're comfortable, start to straighten the legs out into Titibhasana, the firefly posture. Just one more breath. You can flex the feet and point them if you'd like. And then gently lower back down. And wherever you are, come to lying down on your back. So take a moment just to give your hips a little shuffle side to side. Trying to release any tension from the lower back and lower belly. And then taking your arms out at shoulder height, maybe cactus arms if you're a little restricted on space. Bring your feet flat and just rock your knees side to side. It's a bit like crocodile twists, but not holding the breath today. Just a nice gentle rocking from side to side. Make sure your outer leg reaches the mat on both sides. And coming back to center, lift the hips and then rocking the shoulder blades closer together. Make your way into second bridge position with the hands interlaced, heels of the hands together. Try to find a little stretch for the back of the neck. Take one more breath. And then gently release the hands and lower your body down. Give the hips a little rock side to side. Relaxed abdominal breathing. When you're ready, lift the hips once more. Then again, interlace, this time opposite thumb on top. See if you can bring the feet together and the knees together. Maybe shuffle the shoulder blades closer together. And then without separating the knees, straighten the right leg. And try not to let the hips drop. After your next exhalation, just swap to the other side. So knees stay together, hips stay up. Take another breath in. And then gently bend the left leg, separate the heels once more, and lower your body down. And again, just rest with your hands on the lower belly, beneath the navel. Take a relaxed breath or two. And then keeping the feet hip width apart and parallel, lift your hips up, come into second bridge again. And if you're really comfortable here, bring the heels of the hands under the sacrum, thumbs and fingers all pointing out. If that's too strong, just remain in second bridge. And if you're very, very comfortable and your lower back is strong, try stretching the legs out in front. See if you can find a stretch for the front of the hips and the lower stomach. Just one more breath wherever you are. And then gently bend the knees if the legs are straight. Release your hands, lower your back to the mat, and give the wrists a stretch if you've been in third bridge. You can either choose to just rest or repeat one of the bridge variations, or if you'd like, lifting to one back arch. Take the hands either side of the head. Keep pressing down through the toes as you lift the hips. Try to lengthen the front of your body, not shortening the back. Just one more calm breath in. And then lower your body gently back down. Stretch the wrists once more if you've been in third bridge or an arch. And then stretch your right leg along the mat. And bring your left leg in towards the chest. Start just by rocking your legs side to side. And then come into a half sit-up position if that's okay for you today. Either stay there, or without dropping down, release the arms. Either stay there or stretch the left leg forward. Sit up a little higher if you can, just taking one more breath. Then take the knee back to the chest, head back to the mat and swap sides. Stretch the left leg along the mat, bring the right knee in towards the body. Staying there is fine, but if you're comfortable, come into a half sit-up once more. Keep the chin to the throat. And either stay there or without the body dropping down, release the arms forward. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Either stay there or stretch the leg out, taking it to about 45 degrees. And maybe sit up a little higher if you can. Remember to smile. And then knee to the chest and gently lie back down. Stretch the right leg out. Take your arms over the head, lengthen through the whole body. Give your hips a little shuffle side to side. Just release any last bits of tension from the body. Then make your way into your Shavasana position. Remember, you can sit if you'd prefer. If you're going to lie down, either keep the arms maybe 30 degrees away from the body with palms facing up, or if you prefer, hands on top of each other beneath the navel. Just do what feels better for you. If lying down flat makes your lower back a bit sore, just bend your knees and take the feet wide, let the knees drop together. Make any last adjustments to your position. And once you feel that you're comfortable and symmetrical, resist the temptation to move and just be still for the remaining minutes of your practice. With closed eyes, take an inner focus in Ajna Chakra, the eyebrow center. Take 5 very slow, smooth, deep breaths at your own pace. I want you to feel like the breath is entering your body through the third eye, Ajna Chakra, moving down into the torso, out to the limbs, right out to the fingertips and toe tips. The sense of that in-breath re-energizing every cell of the body. As you exhale, have a sense of the breath withdrawing from the fingertips and toe tips back through the limbs, up through the torso. And as it leaves the body through the eyebrow center, allow it to carry with it any unnecessary physical, mental, or emotional effort. Once you've finished your 5 conscious breaths, just in your own time, allow your breathing to settle into its own rhythm. Stay alert to how it's moving, to its sound, its sensations, but relinquish all control. Just be the observer, the witness, aware but uninvolved, unaffected by what you observe. And you notice the breath becoming a little quieter of its own accord. In the same way that you observe the breath, just observe the coming and going of thought, of inner dialogue. But choose again not to get involved. And notice how when you don't comment or analyze or get frustrated, the thoughts too simply arise and then dissolve. It's only when we feed them and we empower them with our involvement that they linger. And as breath and mind become quieter, allow yourself to rest in the space, in the gaps, the stillness out of which movement arises and into which it returns. Resting in a clear space of awareness, of simple consciousness, just for the last couple of minutes of your practice. Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarvata Shadike Sharanye Triambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. And of course stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. When you're ready to move, do so first of all by moving the space within the body, lengthening and deepening your breath. And after a couple of deeper breaths there, begin to gently reawaken the body, beginning at the fingers and the toes, bringing movement then back to the wrists and the ankles. And when you're ready, take your arms to stretch out past your head, lengthening through the whole body. Bending your knees from there, roll onto your side, using your head as a little, your arm as a little pillow to support the head. And when you're ready, make your way back to a comfortable seated position. And just sit with your eyes closed for a few breaths, acknowledging how you are after the practice in body, mind and heart. And on your next in-breath, reach the arms up, lengthening all the way through to the fingertips. And as you exhale, bring the hands to the crown, the brow, the throat and the heart. And with awareness returning to the heart space, gently release the spine forward. And then gently sit back up. Namaste. Thanks very much for sharing the practice with me, and I look forward to catching up with you again soon. Thanks very much.